The Slim Fast 14-day effect on your New Year's resolution. Day 1, the new year. You want to kick it off with a bang, and you're not just talking about fireworks. Day 14, you're ready to start this year right, looking great and preferably on top.
2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. Swap 2 meals a day for Slim Fast protein shakes or bars, get in a 30-minute workout, and stick to a 1,200-calorie diet to lose up to 6 pounds in your first 14 days. Find Slim Fast in a store near you.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show, Season 6, Episode 11, Crunk in the Trunk. Joined in studio by the lovely Stephanie Bauer.
Hey, Boo. Nice to have you back.
Yes, I'm back. I'm a little worn out, though. I'm losing my voice.
I could tell you're losing your voice. It's okay. It's like hot.
It's going to be my chill voice for the rest of the evening. All right, but I've had so much that I've wanted to talk about with this, and I'm excited because the first topic is going to get into last week because, you know, I was yelling at the TV, cussing, and all types of things. Phaedra and Candy, they meet up with each other. Phaedra says, you know, I'm really enjoying this time with NeNe, that she went on her little, because they're what does he call them? Athenians? The Athenians.
Yeah, she's
NeNe
like,
and
yeah,
Phaedra.
Exactly.
And then they bring it up Chuck.
What did they call him? The Pale Frankenstein? Or they had a really good nickname for him, and I didn't write it down, and I wish I had. It was like Pale Frankenstein or something like that. Anyway, I mean, I don't like Chuck at all. Courtney and I talked about this last week. As soon as he got into I treated her like crap, and I used her, and I did this and I did that. Please.
So what are you doing to your wife then? What does that mean?
I think she's lame anyway. I could do without her.
I don't like the wife, Monique, little Miss Monique, boop, and clearly producers don't either. Cause
I know. Done.
Right, bitch. You edited mute. You edited mute. They're like, damn, we have to put her in this scene. We gotta get her. Damn it. I'm surprised with all their green screen technology. They can't just be like, boop, bitch, you wasn't at the party.
Phaedra and NeNe are like friends now, and Phaedra's like saying that she appreciates her time, but I understand that because I think anybody that hangs out with NeNe has a fun time with her. So I think in their weird relationship that we've always kind of talked about on the show, like, why don't they like each other? What happened? What's their backstory? I definitely think it's NeNe who's the weary one of Phaedra, because Phaedra's immediately ready to be her best friend again.
Yeah, there's something up with Phaedra. I can't figure it out yet, so I'm not even going to try and comment on it. But she's just been acting really funny the past few episodes.
Yeah. I mean, what I've noticed is she's not with Apollo lately, so she's like just back with the girls, and to me, that seems like something's up, which we'll see.
Someone knows someone's business. So then, you know, the thing about Chuck, like, watching him talk was the most irritating thing in the world. It's just like, you sound like a liar. You sound like, well, first of all, he made everyone sound like a liar, because I was kind of like, Phaedra, you probably milked it a little more than it probably was. Candy, I don't think Candy really had anything to lie about.
Well, I don't think that they were lying, but they both kind of started to seem to upstage each other, like, well, he bought my purse. Well, he bought me tickets to the game. Well, he paid my bills. And that's where it's just like, oh, you went too far.
And then he's talking about my team and all this stuff. Like, boy, sit down with because your wife ain't even bad.
I know.
So.
That, and I mean, Phaedra's kind of right, you know? She's like, we're somebody now, and he's not really anybody.
And have you seen my husband?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, first of all, Phaedra, have you seen your husband?
You're still in love with Apollo. Oh, jeez.
All right, next we move over to Cynthia and Mallery, which this whole situation, basically, we come to find out that Mallory's going to be staying with Cynthia For what? 2 weeks?
2 months, Jesse. Months.
Sorry.
2 months. And she just like kind of came and told Cynthia that. So it was news to Cynthia. And Courtney and I were talking about when Peter came and found out, Cynthia kept just kind of saying, I just found out too. I didn't know she was going to come stay.
But what kind of sense does that make? I mean, later on, you know, we kind of see Mallery get into it with Kenya where she brings up, you know, like, they are a family. They're a unit. She has a husband. It's not like it's her apartment. You can just be like, hey, girl, like, I'm coming over. Like, I don't know, like, and then to see how quiet Cynthia gets, it's really irritating. It's like, speak up. What is your opinion?
Yeah.
Not what your sister's opinion is and how you can, you know, try to make your sister feel good about herself and, you know, without attacking your sister. She's always trying to play neutral.
Yeah.
And it's really irritating because it's like everyone's so upset and you're allowing all of these fights to happen. And the only reason these fights are happening is because you can't stand up as a woman. Because you're the only middle person. You're the only person in control of all of these situations. You're the only person that's connected to them all.
She does just want it to be so drama-free with Mal, but I really dislike Mal. I don't like her. When NeNe walked in, she's like, I love Mal. She's fun and she's this and she's that. I'm like, what? Are we talking about the same girl here? Because I don't think so at all. I think she just causes nothing but drama. Even right here when they're showing the beads to Peter, or, you know, when Peter walks in, when it's just the two of them in the house, she's like, yeah, she's throwing me a party in your house.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
And it's like, don't sit there and talk about when she saw the car and she was like, like, girl, where are you? You can't live in, I don't even understand the situation of the 2 months. You can't live in a house here because your man is out the country.
Yeah, I don't get it at all.
Or
I mean, I think it's all scripted.
You need money to get a ticket to go see your man, to live with your man. Like, what is that situation?
Well, she said, I don't get that at all. We'll probably never know, but she said that she was staying
Sound
with...
like her and Kenya are doing the same, working for the same company. If you catch my drift in the back of, you know, the little magazines. Oh.
I agree, but what she is saying is that she's living with Cynthia to sort of get back on the right track with her.
Get her damn life. That's what she's saying on camera.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying on camera to show some sort of, you know, retribution in her damn likeness.
Yeah.
But, bitch, why are you really at this house?
Fine. She can come and stay. But
you want to be on camera, one. She wants to be on camera, one.
Yeah, I think she would fix up a little, first of all.
She wants to be on camera, and I'm just saying, girl, don't be clogging other people's tea out loud. If you got some tea your damn own to fix, you know what I'm saying? Because, bitch, her Folgers is filled. I don't know who her man is. I don't even know if she knows who her man is.
It's that younger dude. Remember she was dating like the younger dude, like her daughter's boyfriend or something?
So what are you living off of? What kind of... First of all, your daughter's boyfriend. Where's your daughter?
She's living off her lucrative bracelet sales, Jesse. Don't you know?
But you put beads on some damn string, like...
Anybody that has a bracelet line, I don't understand. Like a bead line, I mean, beads. I don't get it. Is this a lucrative business? It's beads.
Well, she looks slow to me.
She does to me, too. Like, not just, like, trying to be mean for no reason, but she seems, like, really slow.
Who was it that said... Oh, Kenya. Ooh, Kenya's so shady. Talking about, oh, well, now I know why Cynthia hides you all the time. Bitch, bye. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give her... Mallery, she's cute. But Cynthia is beat.
Here's the thing.
Everything.
If you look at Mal by herself, it's like, okay, yeah, she's just fine. But when you put her next to Cynthia, she looks just enough like Cynthia to look like the...
Ugly duckling.
Yeah, totally ugly duckling. Aww. I love Cynthia. Anyway, so she's living with them, and Peter walks in, and he's actually kind of cool about it. Compared to last week, he's like, I get it if you two want to, you know, reunite and get back together. That's not what he's mad about. So I really like when Peter said this right now. He's like, it's the fact that me and Cynthia are fighting, and you're going to be around. Like, I like that he admitted that. He's like, it's not because I have anything against you two spending time together. Because last week it kind of seemed that way a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he did say that, but at the same time, I think it's just this element of Mallery, and we don't really know what's going on with him and Cynthia at this moment, or when this was edited or kind of pieced together. Because I mean, even Peter, then he brings up talking about, you know, most nights we're not fighting. What does that mean?
They fight every night, and they're not having sex.
What did you get from that, though? That she's not trying to have sex?
Yeah.
That he's this wild beast in bed that, like, needs, like, all this, like, dominatrix kind of,
No,
like...
he's not getting anything. They said that. When she went in for the surgery, they said they hadn't had sex in, like, 6 months.
I don't know.
But here's the problem.
But it's like he wanted to bring that up in front of Mallery.
No.
He allowed it to continue. She brought it up, but then he...
flip. I thought he was going to flip. The look on his face almost gave a signal that he was going to flip, and then he didn't.
No, he added to the story. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in that moment, to me, it kind of came across like, well, all right, you want to bring it up?
Yeah.
Then let's talk about it.
You don't ever have sex with me, blah, blah, blah. And she...
Yeah, but then, I mean, like, it just sounded way more deeper than that. Like, it sounded like on some, like, he liked some kinky shit.
No, guys are so dramatic.
No,
Come on,
because
please.
she was like, she's coming back. She come back. Like, bitch, what? This is not the reprise. Like, what?
With the afro.
She come back. Like, what does he have you do? That's what I was trying to wonder. Like, what does he, like, shove potatoes in your mouth and, like, whip you with, like, I don't know, like...
Jesse!
What? I don't know. I just see him doing some freaky, like, I feel like he might be violent and she might like it. And she's realized, you know, I'm older now. I can't be doing that kind of stuff anymore. And he's irritated about it. Gotta keep up with the young chickies. So Kenya's dad's in town.
It's switching gears. Her dad that had her when she was 16. Dude, I mean, I don't know.
He's crazy.
I
love
that the second he got in the car, he starts talking about her corns.
Her ashy, corny feet.
This is like not the first person to bring this up, mind you. So clearly she's got ashy.
Corny feet.
Corny and ashy. Bye, Ashy. Is that what Porsha said to her? Bye, Ashy.
My favorite quote from that car ride. I think nice and all that crap is just a relative term.
He talks so slow, he's cracking me up. But he kind of annoyed me a little.
Why?
Poor Kenya. I feel bad for her. Don't even. Do
Why?
not even. I feel bad for her. Her mom disowned her. And then her dad's like, okay, he seems like nice and lovable enough. But when you're showing your parent, like, your nice house and these things, like, he just complained about every little thing.
But come on. I get what you're saying, but the reality is those things happen to you. You should have grown into a humbler person.
Okay.
So, I feel like the father probably watches her on TV and is like, this is not my daughter. This is my daughter. This is the bitch that I
didn't raise.
Created.
What? He didn't raise her.
This is the bitch that I didn't raise. I don't know. It's just kind of like, I feel like he was calling her on her bullshit.
Yeah, he's like, you sound like a real estate agent.
Which she did.
She did. This is the grand room.
And this is and then she got fed up with it because he wasn't feeding into it. And then she goes, whatever. There's the kitchen if you want the kitchen. The bedroom's over there. Like, that's what he wanted you to be. The real Kenya. No one wants you to sit up here like, here we are.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, bye.
Aw, she was just showing her dad. But then they get into, like, the serious talk. And this is when I also felt bad for her because she's asking her dad about her mom. What I always wonder with Kenya is why is she not asking her aunt? Isn't the aunt that's always around the sister? Ask her. Like, where the F is your sister? My mom. Why is she asking the dad? They are clearly not in a relationship anymore. They were 16. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we haven't really seen her aunt too much. We've seen her once this season.
She'll be back, yeah, and then she'll be back next week.
Maybe we'll get an answer then.
I feel bad for Kenya.
I don't.
What? That's gotta suck.
I mean, it does suck, but it's like, you gotta move on. You're how old? You gotta move on.
She has. She's done well.
Clearly, she has not moved on. Clearly.
I guess what I don't understand is, like, at this point, when your daughter is this old and she really just wants to be like, hey, what's up? Like, why not? I get when you were 16 or however old she was and wanted to, like, disown her, but now, like, just hang out. If your sister is with her all the time.
I think it would be more traumatic for Kenya at this point.
I want to see what her mom looks like.
Me too.
She didn't look
Especially
a thing like her
with that
dad.
father.
And NeNe even like said it, and he was like, I don't see any resemblance at all.
It's the milkman's baby.
Exactly.
Porsha's freaking out. She's with her lawyer. She's scared about money and all this business. She's so scared of money, but then we find out that she has bought this new house near NeNe. And Candy and Phaedra show up. And the two of them are kind of cracking on Porsha like, why would you do this? Why would you purchase a house this big? You can't afford it. It don't make sense. All the people around here are old.
Yeah.
You young. How you going to meet someone out here? And Porsha's talking about, I need quiet. I need my space. I need my...
That would make me even more lonely, that big old house.
She trying, like, exactly like Phaedra said, she's trying to keep up with the leaks.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. 100%.
I don't know. Then we find out that Cordell makes a comment to her, like the two of them spoke or something like that, and she said that he said either come home or stay out.
Yeah, whatever.
You think that happened?
Yeah. I think in like the heat of the moment they were talking, maybe he was just like, fine, then let's just whatever. I don't even know. Maybe it didn't happen because she's so just like, so I said never mind, and that's the end of that. It's like, really? If you really said that, would you really
You've been fighting so hard to talk about it, and then all of a sudden it's like,
But also, Courtney and I are talking about that we think it's just kind of funny that right after these two text and talk, she moves into this house that's right near him and all of a sudden has all this money and a place to live. We think he got at the house and just like, please just leave me alone. Let's just...
please, I'll buy you the house.
Seriously.
I will buy you the house, but just stop talking about me on that damn show.
Oh, but then in the kitchen when they're talking about the sex toys, like he should be a lot more careful because yeah, she does have a national TV show where she probably, I mean, if I had to guess, she must have some kind of gag restraining order on her to where she can't just put all their stuff out. If he was smart, he would have imposed one. But yeah, he should be a little more careful because she could say whatever she wants or have her friends say it for her. Exactly, because she may not be able to.
So speaking of her friends, Candy and Todd are talking about this musical. They kind of get into this argument because Todd feels like that they should use professionals for the show instead of just using their friends or people that they've worked with before. What do you think? What do you think about that? And like a production like that, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I'm over this because it already happened. You know, this is so old. It's like the musical's already happened, so I'm kind of like not that interested. But on this topic of what they're talking about, I see his point exactly. Like he's like, you got to hire professionals or whatever. But I love the way Candy is just like, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love how she always has new ideas. Like it was the country song and now it's the play, and she's clearly done very well for herself. So I like watching Candy be like that. Like, let's just do it. Let's just make it happen. I don't think she's being stupid. She's just like, let's just do it. And she's right. Even professionals can mess up. So.
And then she breaks down and starts crying about Todd leaving for work. And that's exactly, I literally wrote, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
But here's what I am guessing, and if you guys know, call us at 424-256-1729. I feel like she was crying because in her mind, probably with the stuff going on with her mom, what everyone's saying, she was probably talking to Phaedra earlier in the day about the whole Chuck and cheating and, guys treating women like trash. I think in her mind, she's probably saying, like, maybe you don't really want to be with me. It's almost like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
And I think that's where that whole situation came in with her crying, because it just didn't make sense for her to break down right there.
She said she feels like he's happier without her when he's doing his own work and his own job, and maybe he is, so why are you pushing it? To me, I don't see why she's doing this play thing right now anyway, when shouldn't they kind of be like focusing on a wedding?
Maybe she's trying to do something in order to keep him here.
Yeah, or trying to do anything but the wedding. I don't know. It's weird, but working together as a couple is stressful, and it kind of seems like the wrong time to be doing it.
Oh no, you know what was stressful for me though, girl? Over Christmas, I ate so much food. I was feeling stuffed, girl. I gained so much weight. I am feeling fat.
It's funny you mentioned that. Have you ever heard of Slim Fast?
I've heard of it. What's it about?
It's back. Like, your mom used to drink it all.
She really did?
Yeah, seriously. You know your mom was drinking it. No, with Slim Fast, 2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. 2 weeks, boo. Boop. 14 days. The only thing higher than your confidence will be your hemline. You're a dude, so you don't really care about your hemline too much, but us girls really care about that. So girls, 2 weeks, 14 days, all you need.
I can get skinny in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Woo,
You like substitute a meal, drink some Slim Fast. Tastes good too.
We're going to do Slim Fast challenge?
Yes, and this podcast is brought to you by Slim Fast. I feel better already.
Cynthia, NeNe, and her go over to Kenya's house with the dad. They make they see a fancy little car in the driveway. And they say, whose car is that up front?
I love how NeNe recognized her shoes.
Right.
Anyway.
And Kenya says, that's my car, girls. And they said, what you mean? You broke. So
Kenya is such a little liar. I mean, this car could be anything. It could be borrowed, rented, loan, anything. But she says it's from her man, which I don't think is true at all.
I don't know. I think Kenya found her a situation.
He's not a prince.
Whatever, in her eyes, it might be. Shit, he buying Bentleys, he could be my prince too.
Here's the thing, like, would a girl, I guess it's obvious, would she rather lie about a man taking care of her, or I would rather lie and be like, yeah, I am doing that good with my business, that's the kind of car I buy.
Right.
Like, that just shows the type of person she is.
But people
like,
can
yeah,
prove
I got
that
a man.
wrong.
I guess, yeah, because even Cynthia's like, looks like she's selling a lot of booty DVDs.
Right. Ooh, that was a good read right there.
Yeah, it was, because, I mean, she's like, prostitute.
Yeah. I mean, this is all speculation. Just, I don't know nothing. I really don't know nothing.
Nobody does. Kenya didn't even know. She didn't know. Mm-hmm. It's weird that she's talking about that, like, in front of her dad, because wouldn't her dad be like, well, who are you dating? What's he like? She's just like, I got a man that takes care of me.
Stephanie Bauer. Do you think that man gives a damn?
No.
if she's dating someone, where she got that car from? No. He is wondering where the fish sticks are in the mail.
He likes NeNe too.
He likes NeNe because she was a little spitfire towards him.
I feel like NeNe, like all dads would love NeNe. Like if they were young dads, they'd be like.
But when he made his little, what did he say? His princess joke to her. He said, "I'll make everyone feel like a princess." All right. He doesn't listen to women. Then we get a joke about the musical, Candy's musical, and here Kenya has been the antagonizer this season, and I kind of like it.
I like
it's
it
annoying, but I kind of like it because it's funny.
It's
because
funny.
She's not even like sneaky about it. It's like she does it and then laughs about it.
Yeah,
and it's like watching a little girl on the playground. Like,
and then when she gets called out for it, she's like, I'm just asking questions, and like you want to get mad at her, but she really is just asking questions. She's like a little reporter. Like, what? I'm just asking.
And she said, NeNe, so are you gonna join Candy's production? NeNe says, oh honey, I'm far too busy to be in a play.
Okay.
Girl, you ain't no busy doing nothing.
Nothing.
And I don't care what kind of Donald Trump paychecks you get, your bank account, it might look cute, and it probably looks way cuter than mine, but you ain't got those kind of funds to be turning jobs down. Well, now, Candy's job, now you can be like, just be real about it. Be like, honey, like she said, I just left damn Ryan, whoever his name is, Murphy. I'm not going to go to a Candy burlesque.
But she says that in her interview and not in front of people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so that part of NeNe, but hey, it's the same thing. Phaedra does the same thing, so NeNe can't really talk ish.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, NeNe's not the type to pick jobs based on money. Okay, she picks jobs off of like status, and I think a lot of people are like that. I mean, I think that I would even be like that. Like, there's certain jobs you would take that it doesn't matter how much they would pay you because it's like that, respected or well known or talked about. But a Candy, even if because Candy's loaded, Candy could pay her a lot of money. It doesn't really matter,
See,
I can't get mad at her for it. Can't get mad.
And the coins are right. I'll be singing at a bar mitzvah.
No.
I'll be singing what?
Jesse, something like that brings her right back down to...
No, it don't. Because
Yes,
then she's going to have all the coins.
No, it doesn't matter. Then she's going to get, a bigger house in Atlanta? If she does a play in Atlanta, she's back down from being on a national Ryan Murphy TV show.
But she's not doing anything else.
It doesn't matter. She's acting like she's busy, and that's all that matters. Sifting through.
Hold up. Courtney Stewart, I know you damn well are not watching our damn show right now and not calling in. Marissa, is she calling in? Put this bitch on the phone.
Her to call.
She's talking about some damn fish sticks. Don't be laughing at my jokes and not be calling in and texting me. Anyways.
She's probably eating fish sticks right now, like in the comfort of her own home.
I really low-key want some fish sticks. I wanted In-N-Out Burger, but I low-key want some fish sticks.
Wait, with mayonnaise though?
No, I meant to say tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce, okay.
Actually, I kind of like fish sticks with mayonnaise.
What?
Try it.
Tartar sauce.
Kenya, I love watching Kenya call NeNe out on her bullshit. That was really funny. Like, NeNe, you got time. Just he's basically saying, like, just say it. Just say, bitch, I ain't doing no Candy production.
Yeah.
End of story. Porsha's house, we already talked about that. Let's go to the Bailey agency where the whole Crunk in the Trunk
the Trunk
went
show.
down.
The fabulous Trunk show.
Cynthia's setting up for Mallory's accessory party, and everyone shows up on time. Candy and Porsha show up, and Cynthia just does not know what to do.
She's beside herself.
Kenya shows up and, kind of brings up how the awkwardness between Mallery and Peter. Definitely not the time and place, and definitely not the place for Kenya to be voicing her opinion. That's her sister, and you don't know her like that.
It's still funny.
And you don't know her like that.
Yeah.
And I love that Mallery, made sure to say, I don't know you like that, boo.
Yeah.
Like, honey, with your little red dress.
But it's annoying how, like, people can just be having a conversation about normal everyday things, and all of a sudden somebody gets annoyed about it and says, it's none of your business, like, it's personal, it's family matters. Well, you were just talking about it. Like,
that's true.
Like, why all of a sudden you got to get personal? Like, you were just talking about it.
And Cynthia's like, we'll talk about that later with you, me and Peter. Because that's family business. That's family business. Like, girl, stop you.
If it was NeNe, if it was NeNe talking to her about it, she'd talk all day long. I mean, I get it.
No, but Kenya clocked her tea, and she didn't like that her tea was clogged, and she wanted to spill the tea. And it's like, girl, sit down. You just got read, and put your little book back and the reference card back in the drawer, and be done.
Because Kenya had a really good point. She's like, this is a household with a husband and wife, and not that they're living in some gigantic house. Like, because if they were, maybe it would even be a little different, like a Candy style separate house thing on the side.
It's common sense.
I know.
It's just first of all, it's just common sense to be like, hey, are you home?
Yeah.
Are you guys on vacation? Is anything going on in the house in which I could stay there? Who doesn't say that? Like, hey, bitch, I'm just gonna show up and we're gonna go through some therapy together. No, bitch, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So, boo, you can get back on the damn flight. No, bitch, you didn't have a place to stay because your sugar daddy's busy working and doing whatever he's doing. So the paycheck ain't happening right now for you, and you don't really want to call yourself a hoe. So you probably ain't looking for new dick. So you like Cynthia, or maybe she came there to stay with Cynthia so she could look for some dick in Atlanta.
If I was Cynthia, I'd be annoyed that she's using me, like us working on our relationship, as an excuse to come use my house for free. And
is Cynthia, like, funding this accessory business? Is that why Cynthia's like, all right, girl, we're going to make this work.
Yeah.
We're going to do a trunk show.
Customer's always right. It's true. I mean, she probably is.
Customers. Oh, I can't with these now.
Well, but Kenya is a little, she doesn't understand, because if one of my sisters came and said I was, they were staying with me for 2 months, like whatever, Kenya doesn't get it because she doesn't have sisters. She couldn't even understand if she wanted to. Well, it's true.
No. If my brother showed up to my damn house and told me he was staying with me for 2 months, I would laugh in his face, first of all. I would shut the door. I would open the door in about 45 seconds and tell him he could stay for the weekend, and then he can figure out if he needed to apply to McDonald's in order to get an apartment in the next week. Or what? Bitch, you can't. 2 months? That's like a ridiculous amount of time to not have a conversation with somebody.
I would let both my sisters stay with me, so I guess I
if they just showed up at your house?
Yes.
And we're like, we need to stay here for 2 months.
Yes. But it's just different. It's different for everybody.
Frank wouldn't bug out.
Okay, older sister, yes. Twin sister, he wouldn't care.
No, in the same exact situation.
Twin sister, he would not care.
Just showed up.
My older sister, he would care.
I don't know.
Because my twin sister cooks and cleans, so see if Mal was offering that up, Peter might be singing a different tune.
Right. He would have been like, oh, if you doing all that, then Cynthia ain't gonna worry about it.
Has time to... See, they should have played that angle. Is that even a thing? No. Did you just come up with it?
I feel like they do dirty things. Oof, that sounds like the whipped cream that he'd probably be squirting up in her.
Jesse! Sorry, I'm like turning bright red.
So Kenya is shading Porsha's move with Phaedra and Candy, which that was a funny little...
Oh, Kenya.
But Kenya, don't be mad. Whatever. You know what? But Porsha right now, she's sitting in a real cute house. Your house is cute, Kenya. But Porsha's house?
It's empty.
Yeah, it is empty. But her other house was empty too.
Yeah.
Maybe she don't like a lot of shit in her house.
Oh.
Maybe she just likes rooms. Maybe the way she's just like walking in a room and talking and hearing her voice.
Maybe she just likes rooms.
She just be walking in a room. Just be walking in the house like, hello. I'm Porsha, stay with her. She's that dumb. I could see her liking that. And NeNe shows up, and Miss Monique shows up too. And claims that NeNe's Porsha's a bad friend. Go.
Okay, we already knew that. She'd already implied that before, but that's why Cynthia's like, girl, don't hide this from NeNe, or you should have called her, because NeNe's already called you out for being a bad friend. I get that. But I think Porsha turned it into, she realized she hadn't texted NeNe or called her, so now she's turned it into, oh, I want it to be a surprise. She's lying.
Hold up. We gotta rewind this for a second. Courtney says, Cynthia is glad Mal's giving her some drama. They're all trying to keep their spot, because real life ain't nobody cool with their sister randomly staying with me for 2 months. Thank you, Courtney. That's what I'm saying.
Because real life. Cynthia's like, yeah, you can stay. The longer you stay, the longer I stay on the show.
And what did you think about Phaedra kind of spilling the beans?
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was great. Really? Phaedra and Kenya did it together. Perfect.
But I mean, that's just kind of weird. And for Phaedra and Kenya, all of a sudden now they're kicking.
They don't really necessarily Phaedra just wants drama because she's bored because her husband's not around. I know she's friends with Porsha. I mean, she was just at her house, but when you get around somebody like Kenya, you're probably like little evil, devilish side comes out. It was funny.
Well, do you think it's kind of wrong of Porsha to not have told NeNe?
Well, here's what I was saying. I think she didn't tell her, but now that she hasn't told her, she's lying and saying, I want to make it a surprise.
Well, she did say that when the girls went to the house, she said, I want to just pop up over at NeNe's house and ask for some sugar.
Because she's already waited too long. She's past the extended period of time where she could have been like, hey, guess what? I'm moving in. So now she has to act like, I want it to be a surprise. So she doesn't look like a bad friend.
Well, then she starts crying, saying she's having a bad day. Kenya's like, why is this bitch crying? Which is what everyone was probably saying.
Yeah, this isn't Porsha's divorce party.
And NeNe goes back there and apologized twice.
I was surprised about that.
Once at the beginning and then once at the end. I was surprised about that too. But at the end of the day, they probably are just sitting there like, you know what? This bitch is going through it. She's slow. She in her empty house running around twirling in the rooms like...
But NeNe,
we ain't mad at you, girl.
Oh, NeNe said something really that stood out to me because NeNe's like, big sister, little sister. Because remember how they were calling each other that? I think Porsha takes on this role, the crying, feel sorry for me role, because then NeNe will, mother her.
Yep.
I used to do that when I was younger with an older cousin I had. Whenever she'd come around, I'd be like, because she would act like that towards me. So I think Porsha does it with NeNe.
All people want in life is acceptance.
Not even acceptance, but just oohing, cooing, and oohing and awing over someone, oh, are you okay? Because if that had been Kenya that had called her out of the party, she would have been like, and but with NeNe, it's I'm going to run out of the room crying so she'll come get me.
Yeah, that's why she broke down crying.
Yeah.
She's going through it. But now, my favorite quote, I got to say, from this situation was Miss NeNe. She said, "You have to be a good friend to have a good friend." I like that quote. Just wanted to put it out there. Kenya can't stand the Porsha divorce party, so she leaves in her red dress.
I wish Courtney was here to talk about this. I was dying.
In the wind, just walking across. She crosses the street.
A car slows down. She's like, "Thank you."
But the car didn't slow down. The car was first of all, 30 feet away when she decided to say thank you to it. And they were probably looking at this bitch like, "Bitch, why are you crossing right here in your red dress? Looking crazy."
And she did a twirl.
Yeah.
I love it. That was the greatest part of the episode.
And the person who I watched the show with actually said that they were like, "Oh, that's Bar Rescue across the street." So she parked her car at Bar Rescue, and they said that Bar Rescue.
Bar 1, right? I was like,
I'm saying Bar Rescue. Bar 1, they said, is actually really turned. It gets turned up. It's really good. Good food, good drinks. So
I want to go there. Let's go.
We're gonna have an AfterBuzz field trip. All right. On that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What did Courtney say?
Why did Kenya almost get hit by a car? Girl, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I'm also trying to figure out how she's having a baby next week.
I'm having a baby. I can't with her.
Your sugar daddy paying for that, too?
I know, right? I hope she doesn't have a baby. She's not. I mean, she's not. We already see it. It would be in the headlines already. It's nothing. Whatever.
We get some situations with Todd. Todd might be an opportunist.
Oh, I like this part of the episode. This is going to be really good. This girl comes out of nowhere. I don't know who she is. She's not pretty enough to be on the show. Sorry.
But she
caused some drama. She caused some drama. I really like it. And Kenya, classic Kenya this season, says she did it right in front of the people she did it to, and it's going to be glorious. And Marlo's there for it all.
Yes, Marlo is back. I know Courtney is jumping up in her seat right now.
I'm excited too.
I'm excited. I think next week's going to be some real juiciness. I can't wait for it. If you guys want to hit us up throughout the week and let us know what you guys think, leave us a comment on YouTube. Also, download us on iTunes. Subscribe to our podcast. Get us to #1, and keep tweeting with us all week long at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
Steph Bauer TV.
Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.